Eric, it's good to see you.
Good to see you
Welcome
again.
back to the UK.
We're back.
It's good to have you back. So, how was the weekend, first of all? Because the long
It
road
was awesome.
pretty immense, wasn't it?
Yeah, Long Road was amazing. I love that it was, the second year and there were so many people there already. So it was just amazing. The mansion, manor, I don't even know what you call it. It was so old.
Stanford Hall, I think. Yeah.
Stanford Hall. It was
It's
very,
beautiful,
very cool.
Beautiful place.
And yeah, I need to bring a fishing pole the next time. It's a cool little body of water.
What was great for us to see as well was it looked like you were having an absolute blast on there as well. It seemed like one of those really special shows for you.
We always have a blast. Yeah. I mean, it's but I mean, that was the most people we've ever seen in a crowd. Really, I mean, it's a country music festival, so I mean, we played Hyde Park last summer, so there was a lot of people there. But it's cool to see a group that big come together.
Yeah. Now, a lot's happened for you in your personal life since we last caught up in Birmingham, and congrats on little Piper Lily.
Thank you.
Was it 8.5 months old now?
She's right at 9 months now. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So, how have you kind of adapted to that kind of life?
I think you just keep adapting. You know, she and my wife Natalie are here in the UK right now, and it's fun. It's fun seeing how much she's grown even in just the last few weeks of us being out here in Europe. Yeah. And she's just a little gem.
Has she kind of impacted your songwriting in a lot of ways? Because I would imagine it's a huge kind of culture shock to have a kid in your life. So has that impacted your work at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think I definitely, I mean, I've always written, I think children are just amazing. They're just pure and innocent, you know. And unlike a lot of us adults, you know, who try to cause trouble and hate and not love people. But I wrote a song for her that'll be on this album that'll be out early next year. And I mean, I'm sure I've definitely write a little different since she's been born, and I definitely make different decisions since she's been born, just to make sure every decision is time well spent.
Yeah, of course. And you're on tour this week with the Thompson Square guys.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your kind of relationship with them and how this tour came about.
Yeah, Kiva and Shauna, they're just great people, and it's great to be out here hanging with them, and they're just super talented. I know it's their first trip over, and hopefully people will welcome them, and we're thrilled to be back. Someone asked like, why do you keep coming back? I was like, because y'all keep showing up. I mean, because you keep coming back. And like, will you be back next time? It's like, yes. You're here, and the crowd has doubled, you know. So it's just really cool seeing what's happening in Europe with our music, and that people keep coming back.
Yeah. And just going back to the Long Road set that you did at the weekend, you played a new song, "Nice Guy," which went down really, really well at the Long Road. I know it was a personal highlight for me. So tell us a little bit about that song and where that came from.
I mean, everybody I know that people. I just try to be a nice guy, I guess, and. Everyone's just like, Eric Paslay, he's a nice guy. And I take that as a compliment, I really do, but I couldn't help it. I mean, Craig Wiseman couldn't help but write the song with me. We were standing around drinking coffee with other songwriters. They were going to write another song, and we were writing songs that day. And I just said, man, I just wish people would say I was a jerk or something, because they talk about me more. You know, most times jerks get talked about around coffee and in the press. So I was like, yeah, doesn't pay to be a nice guy anymore.
And you even named the tour after it, didn't you? The
Nice Guy tour. Yeah.
So what's the progress on that new full-length album? Because it's been a long time since we had new music from you.
It has been a long time. We've got the live In Glasgow album out right now that just came out September 20th. It'll be online everywhere. And the new studio album will be out early next year. Yeah. And it will 100% come out. I'm not signing any record deal if they don't want to put it out.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
That's what we like to hear.
It's like it is coming out.
Yeah. And I've heard that you've got a couple of collaborations on there, haven't you? I know you mentioned in another interview about Lucy Silvers and
she's
Kate Smith.
She might be in there. Yeah.
Come on, Eric, spill the beans.
I mean, you said some cool names on there. The beans have to be boiling for a little longer, so we got to hold on to them for a bit. But it's kind of cliche. Every artist is like, it's so special, it's great, it's my favorite record ever. But the truth is, I made 2 records in between my one that came out and this one. And so I guess in a way I got 2 records under my belt that no one ever heard, not due to my decisions. But it's I guess I've had a lot of practice at making great albums. So this one's even 3 times even as good as the first one we made.
I'm looking forward to it. Is there any songs on there that you're particularly looking forward for people to hearing?
Every single one.
Every single one.
I mean, I've had 5 years between the first album, and people are like, God, what have you been doing? You haven't been cutting records, and I have, and I've been writing lots of songs. So, I mean, it's the best of the best on this album, and it's been a lifetime in the making.
Yeah. And you just mentioned the Live in Glasgow album that's out there. Tell us a little bit about why you wanted to do that and why specifically that night felt so special to record a live album.
You know, one of the first shows I ever played was in Glasgow. It was a couple years ago. We've already done 4 tours since then. Crazy. And I just remember the crowd was just amazing. They were stomping and clapping every song, and we were in this old church. It was just this really cool, heavenly experience of music and people and connecting. And I don't sound like you. I do look like a lot of people in Scotland. It's kind of funny. But it was just magical, and I said it one night. I was like, man, if we ever record a live album, we need to record it here in Glasgow. And my manager heard me, and sure enough, we were in Glasgow and recorded it. Yeah. And it was just a great night, and the crowd had a blast, and we just had a blast, and getting to share it with everybody, and just having to be Glasgow, you know. Yeah. And I always joke, it's like everybody in the States can't get upset that we didn't record it in their state. We went into a whole new country. So it's, I always have weird disclaimers like that, which it's kind of funny.
Yeah. But it seems like the Scottish people have really kind of welcomed you in more so than anybody else. I know the Scottish Country Mafia are big fans of yours, aren't they? So.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think everywhere we've gone, in Germany we've played 5 shows, and every time I went in the fall, and the amount of people at least doubled this time around. So everywhere we're going, the growth is amazing. Mm-hmm. Just people coming out and telling their friends that we don't suck, and they're coming out to see us,
That's it's great to see. And I also wanted to touch on the podcast that you were doing earlier this year, the Level With Me podcast, because I know that's very special to you, and it seemed like you went on these massive adventures for every episode, really, didn't it? So tell us a little bit about that.
It was really special. Got to partner up with a company called Dexcom that I wear one of their devices. It tells me my blood sugar level every 5 minutes. I get a reading, and so I am a type 1 diabetic, and it's just amazing. It's getting to hang with people who have type 1 diabetes, triathlonists. This guy was just an all-star. I can't even imagine. He's like got it down to a science how much food to eat to keep running and just keep your carbs up. But it's talking to him, talking to a mother and her daughter that she adopted also has type 1 diabetes, and it's just amazing people. And it's talking about type 1 diabetes, not just having it, not just like, I'm a type 1 diabetic, I only wear type 1 diabetes shirts. Because there's some people who their only identity is that. And it's like, no, there's so many ingredients in life that need to be here. Yeah. And that's what we talk about. Just the struggles of it, the amazing tools we have to keep ourselves healthy, and the loved ones that we have that look out for us when for some reason our sugars crash or go too high. But it's just a cool adventure, and it was really special getting to go to everyone where they lived, and then coming back to Nashville and doing an interview with them there. Yeah, just a really cool podcast.
Is it something you'd like to do a lot more of in the future at some point?
Sure. I mean, I'm always down for talking about helping people, and hopefully I know the podcast has helped people, because there's so many people that think, well, I'm sick, I don't want to talk about it. It's like, you're sick and you're alive now. Like 100 years ago, you'd be dead. Yeah. There's so many cool things happening, and the more you talk about anything, the more educated you'll be, and the more you'll realize it's safe to talk about. Yeah. And the more you talk about something, the more you'll understand yourself and understand others and the situation you're in, and that you can do anything you want.
Yeah, of course. And just finally, what's the plan for the rest of the year now? Because I know that you're always very heavy on touring and doing loads of events and festivals and whatever. So what's the plan?
Always touring. We'll be here, London, Oslo, Stockholm. Gonna come back, hang out for a week here with my wife and my little kiddo in England, and have a little holiday. The British vacation, the European vacation. Have a holiday, and then go to Australia. We've got some shows over there, and then I'll fly back home and do some more shit. I fly back right to Florida and tour over there.
Yeah.
But it's and then actually, right when I get back, there's the Habitat for Humanity build in Nashville, the Carter build, which is amazing. Jimmy Carter and Rosalind Carter. My wife and I love renovating stuff, so it's awesome, and helping people. So to help people build houses is just really, really a cool thing. Habitat for Humanity is just incredible all around the world. And everyone's like, oh, they give away houses. Like, they don't give away houses. You pay for your house. They just make it affordable for every individual. And there's so many people, from police officers, teachers, nurses. There's so many people who serve the community who can't afford the house in the community they live in. And I think Habitat definitely helps the need for a lot of people in communities that definitely deserve to own their own home. And just, it'll be fun building them with everybody. I think they're the best built houses in the world.
Yeah.
All the volunteers put in too many nails, so it's even stronger. A builder would never put in that many nails. You know, it's great.
That's awesome. Well, Eric, thank you for doing this. It's always good to see you, and keep coming back to visit us.
I'll be back.
You're very, very committed, so keep it up.
Oh, we'll be here.
Awesome. Thank you.